Sanibonani, dumelang molweni, shap kunjani, lami kama Siboniso Sizo owamnikathi Sibongo, and this is my views, my expressions. Mangusaqala ukushoyina, please do subscribe, share, utshele nabanye ukuthi we are here and sikuphathele okungaphathwa abaningi. Speaking of okungaphathwa abaningi, namhlanje we are here to do a preview of the most important game in the league njengamanje. Probably we're still going to see some other important games, but Wamanje, this is one of the most important games, and the reason being, we are all trying to get on top. Njengonjwayelo angihambi ngedwa mphethe mfana nolwazi Msayipos.
Good evening Mzansi. Sipho Maphumulo, and we are doing a preview of a match between the Great Sundowns and Orlando Pirates. That's going to be held at Loftus Versfeld Stadium in Pretoria.
Okay, wait. One is the Great and the other is just Orlando Pirates.
Yeah, because we are talking about the league here. So looking at the stats between the two teams and the amount of cups that each team has accumulated in this tournament, Sundowns deserves to be called great.
Wow. Okay. It started at a very fire note. I'm not sure what the Buccaneers going to say about that. As far as I am concerned, these are two great teams, two big teams. As a matter of fact, Orlando Pirates is probably bigger than Mamelodi Sundowns, as the sold-out affairs are saying.
That's. I think that's a debatable point, and I don't think we have much time for that. But it can be debated, and we can have various conclusions to that. But yeah, big teams, good teams, teams on form, ambitious teams, and teams that have got a huge potential to have huge achievements come the end of this season. They are going to go head to head against each other at the country's capital. So yeah, it's going to be a big game.
We go into this game, both Mamelodi Sundowns and Orlando Pirates, they managed to secure a win over the week on Wednesday. Orlando Pirates managed to beat Sekhukhune 2-1, and Mamelodi Sundowns managed to beat SuperSport United 3-0. So both teams are highly motivated going to this game, and everyone is willing or gunning for 3 points.
Yeah, I think these guys, they are motivating each other this season. It's very rare to find two teams going up until this match day. I think match day 12, 13, or if not 11. But Pirates is one game behind, and you hardly find a run where two teams have not drawn a match. They probably lost one Sundowns and then two Pirates. So it just goes to show how motivated and how motivating the other team is to the other in terms of the runs and the performances that we've seen so far this season between the two teams, which makes this upcoming game to be highly anticipated and the mouth-watering one, and the one that I think everyone will be willing to stop everything that they'll be doing on the day just to watch these big teams coming against each other this coming Saturday.
Completely agree with you when you say both teams are currently doing well. Mamelodi Sundowns is currently on fire. We have seen the great Shalulile coming back on form. We've seen Ribeiro, and we saw Matthews on Wednesday scoring a brace. So Adams just came into the team, and now he's quite doing very well. So Orlando Pirates side, Mofokeng goes without saying. The boy is always on form. We've got Tito, who is very dimensional as far as Orlando Pirates is concerned. Makehleni Makaula in the center, always there ensuring ukuthi ufasa yonke into. So you look into these sets of players and you think of the game, who do you think is going to be more impactful than the other in this Saturday's game?
Yeah, I think It will depend on the attitude. Firstly, off the bench from both sides.
Yeah.
Talking about Pirates, Rivero, Mandla, and the other guys there, and on the other hand, Steve Cardoso, and the bench and the entire bench. So it will depend on the approach that each team is going to come with. In recent seasons, 2 or 3 seasons, we've seen a very close game between these two sides. A very rough game where you would find the guys having anger issues, getting red cards, silly tackles, and all of that. Then it goes to show the degree of rivalry between the two teams. So it's either we're going to see the same game as we've seen in the past seasons in the league, or if coaches give players the freedom to play as if they are playing the games that they've already played, like give them freedom to play freely, then Sundowns versus Pirates has always been a fixture. There is a very good advertiser or seller of our league. So it will depend on these constructing attitude from the bench.
Yeah.
If coaches give players freedom, we are going to see a very good game. But if they are going to continue with the attitude that I've seen in this fixture in the last 4-5 games, then we're going to have a problem.
By maybe the attitude you're referring to and the problem that you might have, what could be that problem? A boring game, tactical game where we see a draw 1-1 or 0-0 or a 1-0 win. What are you talking about when you say
a very close game where you see one or both of the teams not willing to go at each other, and as a result you would see a 0-0 draw, or maybe if you get the goals, a 1 goal and then a late lousy equalizer, so it could be a 1-0, a 0-0, or 1-0 draw if the coaches adopts that this particular attitude that I'm concerned with. But if they give players the freedom, this game has always produced goals.
Sure.
Yeah, it has always produced goals. So if they give freedom, we are going to see the likes of Ribeiro versus Masongani. Those are 10s. We are going to see a battle between Makaula and Umkwena in the middle of the park. A talent with Allende. Maybe Mfugeng with any of our right backs, and I'm not sure about the wing. Maybe from the games that we've seen, I think Orlando Pirates is going to go with Hoto up front, playing on the right, cutting inside, which would mean that he will have to face either Aseko or Motiba on the flanks. So with that, we're going to see a very good game if the coaches are going to be less cautious. I don't like very cautious games. I like games with a lot of freedom, more especially when we watch big teams, because the likelihood of this game being watched by 9 South Africans and outsiders is very high. So you don't want to starve those people of good football that we can display as South Africans. So I would like to see a very open and free game between the two sides. No one should be scared or be a coward or try to protect the dignity. I want a very free game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you speak about other people who are going to be watching the game, like people from outside South Africa, and all over the continent, because remember, these two teams are currently in the CAF Champions League quarterfinals. But now, which brings then another question of our refereeing. So recently we've had so many issues from the people complaining about the refereeing, and very often when the analysis is done, we found that the decisions were correct, but sometimes we find that the decisions were not correct. Are you concerned about the refereeing going to this game on Saturday?
Yeah, it goes without saying. I think the guys who are the center of our games, they just want to take their games and to themselves, and we end up discussing about the referee's mistakes after the game. Not the referee's mistakes. We end up discussing the referee's decisions, because I don't think many of these most talked about decisions are mistakes from the referees. So that deprives us of the beautiful game, and it gives us less time talking about the magnitude of the game and how good the individual players and the team and the entire teams were. Yeah. So, game bafethu. Yabo, just to sum it up, or if abayeke usimoshe igame abamuse ukufuna ukuthatha amagame bewenza amagame abo masisobuka ibhola sizosobuka abafana abadlala ibhola and two teams abadlala ibhola, not ukuthi sobuka abongile Tom noma sobuka lo mfana lo uGazi yabo.
Wow,
let's just go and watch amajita la abadlala ibhola, not about referee.
Well,
abayeke labantu usikhohlisa yabo abame kancane.
Oh, okay, that's bold, but in closing,
I have to be bold and harsh when I'm talking about the referees, because they want to create their own rules in the game, and their decisions have become very costly to certain teams and even certain tournaments. So I can't shy away from talking about the referees. Abo Bongile Tom, Tando Nzanzega.
Bongile Tom is always on the peak of your list. Why?
Yeah, because he's supposedly our number one referee. We send him to the CAF, we send him to FIFA. So there's no room for mistakes for him. He's representing our football, and he should be a beacon of excellency in the refereeing department of football. So I don't agree with them, and the level that we put him in, and our association and federation put him in, doesn't deserve ukuthi alokenza lezi zinto ebholeni.
Okay, well, let's close.
I have to be harsh.
Well, let's close. Let's close. Mamelodi Sundowns, Orlando Pirates. Who is winning on Saturday? There's no corner here. We're just standing here. Who is winning tomorrow?
It's a 1-1 draw.
Sorry?
It's a 1-1 draw.
1-1 draw?
Yeah.
Who is scoring?
For Pirates, it's a penalty from Masangani. And then for Sundowns, it's I'm not sure, maybe a Shaluli, but definitely a penalty for Pirates.
Why definitely a penalty?
Huh?
Why definitely a penalty?
Yeah.
Definitely a penalty.
Definitely a penalty for Pirates. I mean, you can check. I think Sebedla Makim 12, and they've won about maybe 10. I'm not sure about this stat, but 70%.
So you based your argument on something you're not sure about?
I'm basing my argument on something that I've seen. 40 to 50% of the games, Pirates win by 1 goal margin, and most of those games they get a penalty. So it's something that we've been watching. We watch football games here almost 3 days. After every 2 days, we watch football games here, and you watch these teams. Teams are suffering from the decisions, not mistakes.
Decisions of the referees or decisions of Pirates?
Decisions of the referees in favor of one recipient.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, Sipo, I've got nothing more to add. Let me go. But I would love to hear what do they have to say about these bold statements that are coming on fire from Usipo. He's saying, by the way,
it's not an attack to Orlando Pirates. It's an attack to the referees. Not an attack to the referees. It's ukubabonisa useyibona into abayenzayo and abayiyekele ngoba ngeke iphele kahle.
He's saying a 1-1 draw, and Pirates is definitely going to score a penalty. They're going to get the penalty because they've been awarded a penalty in almost each and every game, which ends up in their benefits or sometimes kuba i-draw.
Yeah.
I would love to hear ukuthi amabhakabhaka azothini and amasandawana.
Sometimes they lose. They lost in Cape Town after they got a penalty. Na ekhulumisayo.
This is my views, my expressions. Makuthi aqala ukujoyina, please do subscribe, share, utshelela abanye. From mina mfana kamnikazi uKhaphela ugcotha uja. We out of here.